he died, actually I went back and I started listening to some of his songs, and this one popped up. I really liked it. I'd never heard it before, and I don't know if you had heard it. Thank you. So, obviously, Jagjit was Jagjit, and in fact, we had my next door neighbor, actually, Anil Gupta. He actually knew Jagjit Singh personally. He was supposed to be here, and he was going to tell us a lot of stories, personal interactions with Jagjit. But as it turns out, he had to go to India. So he's taking a 6 a.m. flight tomorrow. So he'll be gone. So we will miss out on that, but we can try to do it some other time. But more Jagjit Singh numbers should be coming up shortly. But here we have Chuck and Lawrence. And Lawrence, that instrument is from Australia. But
an Australian instrument called the didgeridoo. Aboriginal, yeah. It's an Aboriginal storytelling instrument, very ancient, maybe one of the most ancient instruments, along with many of the Indian instruments.
Fantastic. There you go.
Well, it splits on two.
Okay. So this is the surprise performance, and I mean, nobody had a clue what was going on, so they were all like waiting for it. But here we have it. Now, interestingly, the bottom of the sitar, this part is called a gourd, right? G-O-U-R-D. It's called a gourd. And Shivam was actually he did this little project, which was the part of the reflections. And the theme was diversity. So what he decided to do was, he actually ended up talking to local politicians. He went out and he talked to a bunch of politicians. He sent them emails, set up meetings, and he had me driving. So last 2-3 weeks we were like extremely busy because we were going through the interview process. And we met the mayor of Las Altos Hills, Ginger Summit. And it's like very interesting things that come up to you. I didn't know that this was called a gourd. And she has written like 3 books on the history of gourds in the world. Where exactly they are used. And she had a collection of gourds, and Shivam's eyes was just lighting up, hearing about this small piece, the gourd, which is actually a key integral portion of any musical instrument that involves that. The Bengal instrument, which is like a string bass, I forget the name now, but she had all these different instruments from all over the world, and pictures and books, and it was absolutely incredible. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to... Oh yeah, that's right, I didn't see that. And Chuck and I, we actually... we sort of work out / dance together at a place, and Chuck, he's and Lawrence as well. Sorry, Lawrence as well. Yeah. So
yeah, well, the 2 pickups are down here, one there, and the other one's sort of hidden under there. It's so much easier to do this than to try and mic it.
I agree, and that's brilliant.
So I'm going to get out of the way and let Chuck and Lawrence run this, and they are here to perform as long as they want to. So.
You may not really want to
start walking out. So this is actually made in Australia. They have a lot of eucalyptus trees. Along with eucalyptus, like we have in California, they have a lot of termite hives that are mounds right next to eucalyptus trees. So these are naturally hollowed out by the termites. And this happens to be more of a American made. I do have Australian ones. This is made from the agave plant, which is a cactus. It has its long stems.
around here.
And then this is, they have them around here, yeah. And so this one is actually man-made, not termite-made. So the key with
with a minor adjustment at the end of it. Well, I was going to say, I mean, anytime you see a sitarist or a player performing live these days, they're going to have pickups. They'll probably have a microphone in front too. But there was some recent performances with the new Shankar, plugged the plug into the back of it. It was all built into the sitar and everything. Not that I can say no. But actually the first time Lawrence and I played together, which was with his a big percussion ensemble that used to play with Tandamanzi, which was like 7 or 8 drummers, and there was just no way. When we tried to use a microphone, and it just couldn't work.
So it doesn't distort the sound of your board that you have at the microphone in the back?
My general feeling is it's going to sound better this way than if we tried to mic it in this space. But yeah, if, I'll never be in a recording studio with it. But if I were, yeah, you wouldn't use these. The other problem is it's sort of. Is that this speaking back?
Yes.
This one.
Well, I'm going to be playing Rag Kirvani, and I'm not sure what Rag Lawrence is going to be playing, but I've been studying sitar for 3 or 4 years with a gentleman by the name of Surinder Mon in Santa Clara, Sunny Valley, I guess. Great teacher, and really had a great time learning this together. So I sort of stick somewhat to, a typical North Indian classical performance structure, but not necessarily. And we just decided to play together, and with the sort of more complex drone and a lot more rhythmic things, which the didgeridoo can do, which you don't get out of the tempura. So we just sort of work it. So we hope you enjoy it. Quite exactly what we're going to be doing.